Students, let me continue with topic number 2, paper number 16, that is satellite communication. Dear students, in yesterday's lecture we covered the meaning of satellite, meaning of artificial satellite, types of artificial satellite which are launched, then domestic satellite, regional satellite, global satellite, how those satellites are going to be controlled, which are the organizations, WARC and RARC. We also studied why satellite stays in a particular orbit at a particular height, rotates around the earth, what is the reason behind that. Then we have covered how different orbits are selected by the satellite. Maybe it is in a polar, circular polar, elliptical polar, polar circular, or geostationary. We also concluded that geostationary satellite is used for the purpose of communication. While studying the geostationary satellite, we defined the periodic time, synchronous satellite, synchronous orbit, and then the meaning of geostationary satellite. Geostationary satellite is used for the communication because it becomes very easy for tracking, and the geostationary satellites are made visible from the Earth's surface. Then we have studied the how centripetal force and that of gravitational force are balanced with each other, and we finally calculated the height of artificial satellite that comes to be 35,855 km above the Earth's surface, so as to achieve the geostationary path, make it visible from the Earth, and it can be tracked very easily. Dear students, that's all about the yesterday's lecture that we have covered. Today, we will proceed with the exact meaning of a satellite communication system. What do you mean by that? Dear students, we are well aware that to communicate the information, two things are necessary. One is a transmitter and second one is a receiver. Here also, to undergo the satellite communication, two stations are necessary. One is the station which is located on the satellite in a space, is known as satellite station or a space station. Another one is the station which is located on the earth, on the ground. It is known as earth station. Hence we can say the satellite communication system includes earth station and also the space station. Between them, the communication that takes place by using the radio frequency signal or with the help of the microwave radiations, that communication forms the satellite communication system. Dear students, the earth station or ground station is linked by some particular frequency to the space station, and also space station is linked with the earth station by another frequency. The frequency with which ground station or earth station is linked to the satellite station or space station is known as uplink frequency, whereas the frequency with which the space station is linked to the ground station or earth station, it is known as downlink frequency. Thus, earth station communicate to the satellite station by uplink frequency, and satellite station communicate to the earth station by downlink frequency. Thus, two different frequencies are being used to communicate with each other and forming a satellite communication system. As being two different frequencies are used to bifurcate the transmission as well as the reception between the satellite station and also the earth station. Thus we can say there is a bi-way communication that takes place between both the stations. Dear students, the role of earth station is to send the instructions to the satellite station as per instructions provided by the earth station. The operations are being performed on the satellite station. Feedback signal is generated. So generated feedback signal is given to the earth station and the space station is kept ready to receive the next instruction. Not only this, some studio programs are also prepared on the earth station. These prepared programs are sent to the satellite station and after processing that, those are again returned to the earth station for a long distance communication to cover almost all earth surface. Especially the satellite control station which is located on the earth surface sends the instruction to the satellite for the purpose of its operation, whereas other rest of the stations are just going to act as simply receiving stations. Thus, the earth station consists of a keypad to generate the instructions, to transmit the signal, the instruction generator, pulse code modulator, power amplifier, transmitting antenna, and receiver tuned to the satellite station. Means one thing try to remember, earth station as well as satellite station both consist of transmitter as well as the receiver. The receiver of earth station is tuned to the satellite station. The transmitting aspects consist of keypad, instruction generator, pulse code modulator, power amplifier, and transmitting antenna, which is represented in the block diagram here. This is the earth station which is represented here. So this is what we can call it as a keypad. By using keypad, one can generate the instruction. If any studio programs are there, those are also sent through the same earth station. Instructions created by the keyboard are given to the instruction generator. Generated instructions are modulated by the pulse code modulator. We know what do you mean by pulse code modulator. After that, its power level is amplified by the power amplifier because it has to cover a very large distance, and finally it is given to the transmitting antenna. The satellite station is tuned with this particular antenna of earth station. So this transmitting antenna sends the uplink frequency to the satellite station. Simultaneously, as far as earth station is there, it has a receiving antenna here, which is connected to the receiver of earth station. Received signal is given to that of processing purpose or to be treated as a feedback from the satellite station, and accordingly next instruction is going to be generated. This receiving antenna is tuned to the downlink frequency which is being sent by the satellite station. This is the satellite control station which is located on the Earth's surface being represented. If the studio programs are there, the studio programs are prepared in a studio, may contain audio and video signal. It is modulated and sent to the satellite station. From the satellite station, those are retransmitted to the Earth so as to cover almost all Earth surface, wherever almost all the different types of receiving stations are going to be gets located. All the receiving stations, including simply receiving or maybe control stations, are going to be treated as the satellite Earth station or ground station. So this is what it is represented. The instructions are converted into the digital form, encoded and used by pulse code modulated to get the high frequency microwave. It is amplified and transmitted by the transmitting antenna through uplink frequency to the satellite which is tuned to the Earth station. Signal from satellite is received by the receiving antenna which is tuned to the satellite station by downlink frequency and may be analyzed. So this is what the meaning of Earth station. Now this is one of the part of the satellite system. Another station that includes to form the satellite communication system, and that is space station or satellite station. So the combination of satellite station, space station and Earth station combinedly forms the satellite communication system. The satellite station includes the receiving antenna. This antenna is tuned to the uplink frequency transmitted by the Earth station. The frequency is received. It is a radio frequency signal amplified by the RF amplifier. There is a mixer to which the local oscillator signal is provided. We have studied the different types of the receivers up till now in the last semester. The same aspect is being used here. The signal from RF amplifier is given to the mixer. To the mixer, local oscillator signal is given. Both of them are going to beat with each other. Intermediate frequency generated. That generated IF signal, it is given to the demodulator. As being the signal is pulse code modulated, it is now converted into separated from the modulated signal. Original signal is given to the decoder. Signal is decoded because during the transmission it is encoded. After being decoding, exact signal will be read out according to the information provided. Circuits are to be operated on the satellite. After being operation, feedback signal is generated. Generated feedback signal, it is given to the transmitter. Transmitter is connected to the transmitting antenna. It transmits the downlink frequency to which the receiving antenna of Earth station is tuned. It is received on the Earth station and can be used for the analysis purpose. It is analyzed, and if necessary, another instruction is generated and it is sent from the Earth station, received again by means of an receiving antenna of the space station. So thus, Earth station and space station both are going to be communicating with each other with the help of uplink and downlink frequency respectively. Similarly, satellite station receives the transmitted ground station signal and operates accordingly to give feedback to the Earth station. The signal received by the satellite station is tuned to the transmitter frequency of the Earth station. It is amplified by the RF amplifier, which I already studied just now, and converted into low frequency by mixer and super heterodyne principle. After demodulation, it is decoded. Circuit operation is performed and the feedback signal is prepared for Earth station and transmitted to the Earth station. This is how both the stations are going to be linked with each other to form the satellite communication system. Dear students, there are many Earth stations which are located on the Earth's surface. If you look at, there is only one satellite station. This satellite station is linked with many ground stations. We have studied the ground stations just now. Such many stations are going to be located on the Earth's surface. And satellite is linked with all those stations by its downlink frequency. Out of many stations, one of the station is only control stations. The rest of the stations are just going to act as a receiving stations. Those are not going to be transmitting the signal. For example, we are using our dish antenna for the communication. Receiving the audio visual signal which is connected to our television set. It is going to act as a simply receiving station. It doesn't send the signals to the satellite. But only on the Earth's surface at Hassan, there is a control station which is located on the Earth's surface. So that is capable to generate the instructions and going to be sent to the satellite for the purpose of operation. Otherwise, the rest of the stations are going to receive the signal and can be used for their own application purpose. Dear students, there are some high power transmitting ground stations which are going to prepare the programs in the audio video form. They are sent to the satellite and again retransmitted on the Earth's surface. For example, say cricket matches are going on in present day, maybe at England, and it is to be visualized in India. So direct transmission, it is not possible, and that's why through camera, live transmission is transmitted by uplink frequency to the satellite, communicable satellite, and communicable satellite retransmit that signal in India throughout with the different receiving stations. It is capable to made visualized for us on our television kit. In short, we can say there may be only one communication satellite which is communicating on the Earth's surface. Almost all the Earth stations located on the Earth are just going to act as receiving stations. Few stations, especially high power stations, are capable to transmit the studio programs to the satellite and can be retransmitted for the rest of the receiving stations. And very few control stations which are used for controlling the satellite. Thus, the satellite or space station is going to link with many receiving stations on the Earth's surface. Dear students, now we are going to introduce the meaning of uplink and also the downlink frequencies. Generally used frequency ranges are 4 to 6 GHz. Within this 4 to 6 GHz, 4 GHz is a downlink frequency and 6 GHz is uplink frequency. And another frequency range is 12 to 14 GHz. In this range, 12 GHz is a downlink frequency, whereas 14 GHz is uplink frequency. That is what it is represented. The first frequency, that is 4 GHz and 12 GHz in the respective ranges are called as the downlink frequency. And the next frequencies, that is 6 GHz and 14 GHz in the respective ranges are called as the uplink frequency. The system is operating, suppose the system is operating between 12 to 14 GHz with 72 MHz radio frequency signal and 8 MHz guard band between the channel, that is total bandwidth is 80 MHz. The satellite transmits signal range between 11.7 to 12.2 GHz as a downlink frequency and receives the signal between 14 to 14.5 MHz, that is uplink frequency. The downlink carriers are horizontally polarized and uplink carriers are vertically polarized. Dear students, here are representation of those particular frequency. So this is what we can call the downlink. That is, these are channel number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Frequency ranges are 11.7 gigahertz. It will begin 11740 for first channel with 80 megahertz bandwidth or band gap, includes 72 megahertz radio frequency signal and 8 megahertz guard band. Then there is a next channel for 11.82 megahertz, again with 80 megahertz gap. Next channel is for 11,900 megahertz, again there is a gap of 80 megahertz, and so on. At last we will get frequency of 12.140 gigahertz, that is 12.2 approximately. Uplink frequency between ranges to 14 to 14.5 gigahertz. So this is 14 megahertz begin, 14.04 first channel, 14.120 second channel, 14.200 third channel, 14.280 fourth channel, 14.360 next channel, 14.400. This will be the next channel. Okay, this is what it is represented exactly. So this is the downlink and uplink frequency which are going to be represented for the respective channels as far as satellite communication is being considered. Dear students, let me proceed to the device that is being used, how the uplink and downlink frequencies are going to be converted. We are well aware that Earth station transmits the uplink frequency on satellite. That uplink frequency is going to be converted into a downlink frequency every time. That is what it is represented. The received wide signal band is amplified and down converted to 11.7 to 12.2 gigahertz. Just now we have studied in the form of respective channels. In common front and receiver containing low noise amplifier, down converter and local oscillator as a transponder. Dear students, it is the transponder in general being used on every satellite station. Its role is to receive the uplink frequency transmitted by the Earth station, reduce the noise from that, amplify that particular signal, provide it to the down converter to which the local oscillator frequency is given. Finally, this uplink frequency will be converted into 11.7 to 12.2, that is a down converting frequency, and this is transmitted to the Earth's surface. Every space station or satellite station makes use of this as one of the important device to which you can call it as it is the transponder. The role of transponder is to convert uplink frequency by reducing noise into the downlink frequency, can be make ready to transmit the signal towards the Earth. This is what we can call it as the satellite communication system. The details of this particular transponder we are going to study in the next period. Dear students, this is what one has to make aware with the meaning of satellite communication system, which includes the satellite station, ground station, uplink frequency, downlink frequency, their respective ranges, many receiving earth stations, only few control stations, few program high power generating stations. All these are parts of the system to which we can call it as the satellite communication system. Dear students, we'll stop here only. Next time we'll proceed for next aspect.